Have you experienced constant chatter about food? What to eat next, when to eat, how to eat? That's called food noise. You might think that you're just needing more discipline. I'm here to tell you as a doctor that's not the case. There is some science behind this. This isn't your brain failing you. This is your gut and your brain talking to each other. There are three main things of why this science happens. The vagus nerve is the big one. Vagus nerve is one of our cranial nerves. It starts in the brain and goes down to the gut and attaches at multiple places. The vagus nerve is like a superhighway for the gut and the brain. It's the gut and the brain constantly talking to each other, constantly in communication. The second one is the microbiome. Now, the microbiome is vast. It is the bacteria, the fungus, the yeast, the viruses, both in and on us. It makes up about 3 to 5 pounds of the human body, which is incredible. Now, the microbiome, when it's healthy, it creates metabolites. These metabolites are called short-chain fatty acids. Short-chain fatty acids are often stimulators for healthy hormones like GLP-1. Yes, those are the same GLP-1s that you see in weight loss medications. The body actually makes its own. When the microbiome is healthy, it stimulates the short-chain fatty acid production, and then that creates more GLP-1, which helps with the signaling of I'm full, I don't want any more food, or hey, I'm hungry, please feed me. Now, one other reason why the sugar cravings can happen specifically is because sugar is a carbohydrate, and carbohydrates are the easiest to absorb nutrient. The digestion for carbohydrates starts in the mouth. Some other nutrients, especially protein, starts in the stomach. So when you're hungry or when you're not having enough nutrients, the body sends a signal to say, hey, feed me quick. That's when carbohydrates come in. And that's why we crave sugar. That's why we crave sugar when we're stressed as well. Because during stress, the digestive system dials down. This is called the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response. When we're in fight or flight, the last thing we're thinking about is being able to appropriately digest our fats and proteins and hearty nutrients. We need fast fuel. So that's why we crave sugar when we're stressed. One other signal that can be really interesting is what if there's an imbalance in the microbiome that actually causes sugar cravings? This can happen, especially if there's an overgrowth of a certain type of microorganism that can cause more sugar cravings because that particular bug loves sugar. So if you have too much of that organism, you will have a sugar craving. It is quite literally the gut talking to the brain. So how can we get this figured out at the root? We have to look at the whole picture. We have to look at the stress response. We have to look at the vagus nerve, and we've got to look at a mapping of the microbiome to see what's going on in there. Where are there good bugs? Where are there bad bugs? And where do they need to be rebalanced? Now, one other trick, a little bonus trick for you, is sugar cravings specifically can have another nutrient signal. Sometimes the body will crave sugar when you actually need protein. Isn't that interesting? So the reason being is because protein is digested a bit lower, starts in the stomach, and then it continues down in the rest of the digestive system. Protein creates building blocks. When we have enough protein, then the body is able to make more hormone, it's able to make more appropriate signaling. But if you're not getting enough protein, usually the signaling will start earlier and start in the mouth because it's easier to digest. So it craves those carbohydrates. So, ninja trick, next time you're having a sugar craving, try eating protein and see what happens. If you want more tips like this and more individualized mapping of your microbiome, I would love to help. This is what we help people with at the clinic all the time. In the comments below, we've got a link for you to sign up for a complete wellness evaluation. You can look at your whole microbiome, get the mapping, talk about your stress response and the gut-brain connection, and get unique answers for you.